Hi, this is Lauren from LSP Actions and welcome to video 4 for the Digital Fabric Library, the Brandt Signature Dress Toss Overlay Collection for Photoshop. In video 1 I went over what's included, how to view the fabrics, download them, how to open up the actions and things like that. In video 2 I walked you through exactly how to apply the fabrics to your image, how to choose the best fabric for your image and how to use the guided actions. That one was quite in depth, so if you're in any doubt please do go back and watch video 2. In video 3 I moved a little bit faster, still using the guided actions in how to add a full skirt fabric to your image. In this video I'm going to move even faster and I'm going to be using the the expert Photoshop actions, which do not have any steps involved in them at all. They just go pow 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 through the action, which allows you to apply the fabric to your image even faster. I'm going to be using this gorgeous image from Brandt. As you can see, the image is already finished. I'd recommend, applying your fabrics to a finished image. Look at the direction the lighting is coming in. This image the lighting is coming more from camera left, so I'm going to be using the lighting camera left section here. And I'm going to use the expert fabric application action. If in any doubt, like I say, please go back and watch the previous videos which really walk you through. I'm going to move as fast as I can. So this image is on a dark background, so I'm going to open up here mid to dark black backgrounds. The fabric itself is also quite dark, so I don't need to use a white fabric now. I'm going to come down to the darker. I'd like to do something behind her, something maybe here and here, like the fabric is tossing out from behind her. So I'm going to have a look first for the left hand side. Let me see. Perhaps this one here. And hit place. Remember, this is the expert action. This does not come with any instructions as you play it, but because you would have used the guided actions before, by this point you'll know exactly what to do. So I'm just warping it in, and like I said, if any doubt at all, use the guided actions and go back and kind of watch the other videos as well. They will really show you how to get the best out of these. I'm just turning the transparency down a little bit there, so I can kind of really see what's going on. And I'm going to hit enter. This is going to play the rest of the actions out with no stops. It's going to set everything up, which means I will need to go back and change the colour. Here, by picking a colour from the image, I'm just sampling from her skirt. If I was going for her hair or the background, it would be a little bit grayer. So I'm just going to go for something that really kind of... and hit OK. And the action will play out and set all the layers up for me. So you can see I have darken, lighten, desaturate, vibrant, etc. So now I want to get it so that this fabric is showing behind the subject. Just take the transparency down a little bit here. Oh, of the fabric layer. So I want this to show behind her, not in front of her, like that. That just blocks her out, doesn't look good. So I need to make a selection of the subject. And to do that, I'm going to come up here and select Quick Selection Wand. And I'm just going to bring this by holding down my mouse over the subject here and here. This is only a very light selection. I'm going to come on the fabric mask now with a black brush, and I'm just going to paint the fabric away from this area here. It just helps to give me that selection there. Now I'm going to deselect and just carry on working over the hair a little bit, and probably over this side of the image as well. I'm hitting X on my keyboard to show and hide the fabric. I have this piece here, so I'm going to go back on the subject. This time I'm going to select the lasso, magnetic lasso. You can select however you want. I'm just showing you kind of a couple of ways of how you can do this. All depends on your image, how you want to select. You don't even have to, you can just mask however you like. This is just how I'm doing it to get a good selection. I'm back on the fabric and I'm going to paint this fabric in there, so it's just showing a little bit more there. You can also lighten up the selection or darken the selection a little bit by showing or hiding, black brush, white brush. So I'm just going to lighten this down just a little. And now you can see the fabric looks quite bright where it is, so I'm just kind of coming in and taking it off a little bit here in the background. And I'm going to come up to darken with a white brush and just darken this fabric down. You can create shadows under the fabric. This will add shadows to your subject, which can be great to create a realistic shadow that would naturally appear under your fabric. Okay, and I'm quite happy with that, so I'm going to choose take a snapshot and flatten. And then I'm going to come and place a fabric on this side. Again, I'm going to use the Fabric Expert application and left lighting. I'm going to choose a dark fabric, something that will suit this side of the image. So I'm just going to have a look here. Perhaps this one here. And you can always delete and change the fabric and start again if you want to. I just want something that's really going to even out on the other side there. So I'm just going to warp this just to get that fabric placed exactly where I kind of want it, and hit enter. The next step will be colour change. It's just taking a little while to resize here. So again, I'm going to choose a colour from the image and hit OK. The action will play out. I'm going to do what I did before by making a selection, so I'm going to hide the fabric. Come in a little bit, quick selection wand, and I'm going to select. You can see here on this side where this is the shadow side, the quick selection isn't selecting quite so well, so I'm going to have to kind of manually come into that, or I could spend some time refining my selection. Shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to turn the fabric back on now. Select a brush, and don't worry if you don't do any of this. It's entirely up to you how you would like to make your selections. So I'm just going to paint this away from the subject's body, using the selection I've made, and then I'm going to deselect and just come up here. I'm going to go back down to a low flow brush, soft and black, and I'm just going to lightly take some of this away here just to blend it with the background a little more and give the impression of a darker fabric that I want it to look. And I'm going to darken it down a little bit by clicking on the darken area. And add some shadows underneath as well. So let's see before and after. I'm going to use the take a snapshot action here. Snapshot and flatten. So we can come up here, because it's taking snapshots, we have the original snapshot 1 with the actions and snapshot 2. So again, with the snapshot you can go back and edit even if you've flattened. And that is using the fabric library available at www.lsp-actions.com.